rolling.
Oh, really? Okay. Hi Leslie, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
That's good. Leslie, I've called you in today. I'm going to do your performance review discussion plan,
Right.
which I've given you a copy. We're just going to discuss a few things that we worked out on your plan for your goals for the last 6 months.
Right.
One of them was to learn how to use the register correctly, as you're aware of.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, how are you going with it?
I reckon it's going pretty good.
Are you? So you're using the correct procedure that we discussed?
As far as I know, I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you make sure the register's always unlocked and...
I think so.
You think so? Yeah. Okay. So you're not having any problems using the register, you know, always...
Oh, there's been the odd time, I think, and yeah, you've mentioned that, but I think I'm pretty right now.
You're pretty right now?
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, well, I haven't found anything. Found all the sales have been rung up in the right department, which we were a bit worried about, and we are putting the GST under the right department.
Yeah, that's still sometimes a bit of a tricky one, yeah.
Yeah, and you do know the different, and occasionally I think I've noticed that you've still been putting occasionally an EFTPOS through on a cash transaction instead of the EFTPOS. But that's okay. That's just going to come with more confidence in using the register, and also working with the other girls and learning it. And occasionally we do, because we don't have a lot of GST in the shop, but I've noticed a couple of items have gone through that should have gone through on GST.
Right.
But
yeah, I don't get that. I don't see why. You know, why can't we just have GST on everything?
no, because the GST items are the ones that Lifeline's actually bought. They've actually paid for them. The other items are under your recycled keys on your register.
Oh, right. So how do I know that when I look at the key, when I look at the tag on the item?
Okay, with your GST key, it's always got a number, an item number like a 1-2, which is Department 12, which is men's and children's.
Right.
They've always got a number. They start with either 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Right.
So they're your GST keys.
But where is that though?
They're
I know
on
where the keys are. But
they're
on the item, on the say it's a shirt. Where do I see it there?
Okay, you don't. You'll see it with a tag. It'll have a yellow tag with a red tag underneath it.
Right.
Now the red tag has got your item number. It's got got your 12 or whatever. And then on the other side of your register, you've got purple keys. You ring them up under the purple keys.
Right.
Just hit the number.
Okay.
I know that's something we're going to have to work on.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I just think it's too easy to make a mistake.
Yeah, a lot of the girls have said that too. So we've got to look
well,
at ways.
that surely would say that the process now is too complicated. If it's not just me making mistakes, like can't we fix it so that none of us make mistakes?
I suppose we can be careful, and maybe.
I don't mean us being careful. I mean fixing the tag so it says really clearly on it, you know, a GST sticker or something.
Actually, that's a good idea. I might bring that up at the next staff meeting that we have with the girls, and also bring it up to my...
Well, if it's not just me making a mistake, then...
Well, maybe it's something
Yeah.
Maybe I need to discuss it with maybe Kathy, and then maybe go on further from Kathy and discuss it with her.
Do people in other shops have the same problem?
I don't know, it's something I can ask. I'd say so. I mean, I can't just see it being just our shop that we're having trouble with it.
Okay.
No, that's very good. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. The things that I've found that you're doing absolutely fantastic is your customer service.
Oh, good.
Very pleased with that. Greeting the customers after they've been in the shop for a couple of minutes, asking them if you can assist them with everything is really, really good.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
I'm really pleased with that. You've got excellent service and customer service. I'm really proud.
Oh, good.
And also giving customers back the correct change. which at the end of the day, if my till doesn't balance, then,
Yeah.
you know, I need to know. No, I'm really happy with that. I think you've come a long way.
Great, thank you.
Great potential
Oh, good.
as a sales assistant. We're going to give, we'll keep giving you ongoing training on the register and that.
I don't think I'll need much more training if we can just get a procedure that's really obvious and where nobody can make a mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I can't be the dumbest person who comes to work here.
No, that's true.
And they're going to make more mistakes than I am.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a bit soul destroying for me to know that, you know, my customer service is good and I've got good mental math I can give to change, but
yeah,
because of the complexity of that and the time we've got and people have been, you've got to serve them really quick and, you know, all that.
Yeah.
You make, I know, I don't want to make mistakes.
No, it's okay. I think we've got to, you know, we've just got to, like I said to you, we've got to go above and like you said, it's got to be in other shops. I definitely agree. There's, you know, Lifeline need to look at ways to make that process a lot easier.
Good.
So,
okay, well, we've achieved something.
We have. So, and we've made a note on it. So I will bring it up at my review when I have my performance review.
Good.
I don't think, I was going to say we could, you know, probably make your life easier by having the tools available to you, by having a laminated copy near the register.
That wouldn't be a bad idea, I think, for all of us, you know, the step by step, because if it's there and even if you're not consciously looking at it, it might make it sink into your head a bit more.
I think so. At least you know it's there. So if you've got, and especially if you've got a half cash, half EFTPOS transaction.
Yeah, why do people do that?
Don't know, because you've got a limit on your EFTPOS. Your EFTPOS, minimum EFTPOS is $7.50. Maybe they've got the $7.50 in their bank account and they've got the rest in cash. So you always do a cash transaction first, and then you hit your EFTPOS button after that, and it'll balance out.
Okay, is that going to be on the laminated?
That'll be on the laminated procedures as well.
Okay.
Do you feel that you need to work with another employee as a mentor, or?
I don't really think so. I think it's more about the process being way too complex over what it needs to be, and maybe if we can simplify it, then that time pressure and the service pressure, and it's really hard to be engaging with the customer and making eye contact and maintaining conversation with them and trying to go, oh, hang on, what was that again? This is that missing procedure, you know. Yeah, it gets a bit difficult.
I think so too. But we like I said, we will definitely address it. Maybe next time Kathy comes into the shop, we might say, Kathy, look, we've got concerns.
Is there any reason why we couldn't try something in-house ourselves so that when she comes we can say, hey, here's what we did and it works?
Yeah, we could. Maybe if we all got together. Maybe all of us get together, maybe over a coffee and discuss
I haven't really thought about exactly what that would be, but
I'm sure
if we all chatted about it, we could probably come up with something rather than asking for her approval and then she doesn't necessarily get it, but if we can show her something really simple that we've done that works, it's a bit hard to say no.
Yeah, probably. Hopefully she's pretty, yes, you know, she's
I know,
pretty
she is really nice and I really like her. I'm just thinking,
Well, then are we stepping outside our boundaries too? Boy, but I don't think so.
I think that's just being a bit innovative, isn't it?
I think
I mean, you keep saying to us, be innovative on behalf of Lifeline.
That's
so
right.
like, why wouldn't we?
I think we've got to make shopping at Lifeline in a retail shop exciting and interesting for you guys to work in that environment, and also for our customers that come in.
I think too, though, that, you know, if I am going to go and work somewhere, a little more upmarket, which is obviously what I hope to do, then I would expect that they would expect me to try to be a bit innovative about improving things.
I think so too. Yeah, I do agree
Anyway,
with you.
that's enough on that one, I suppose.
I think that too. Otherwise we'll get ourselves into more trouble. Leslie, do you think is there anything positive that you can tell me that you feel we are doing exceptionally well in Lifeline with regards to our staff?
I think the effort that you put in, and probably supported by Kathy too, although I don't see that so much, in terms of training us up and looking outside of Lifeline, that I think I speak for everybody when I say that everybody's got a goal of being somewhere bigger, brighter, better.
Yeah.
And that's really, really good to see that you're a really educated manager who really knows what a manager does and is really trying to work for us and with us. I don't necessarily know that that's something that happens in all the other, certainly not from what I hear from other Lifeline shops. And I think that's something that Browns Plains does really well, and I think that Browns Plains is quite hard because a lot of the people who come to us are, they're needy, they're really needy, and they're the sort of people that you'd really like to just give them some stuff because they need it. And but we're also here to make a profit for Lifeline, to be able to give it to people who are, it's just a bit of a vicious circle. So I think we do a pretty good job of getting our targets, but also, and all of that comes, I think, from, just feels good and everybody works well together.
It's got a good atmosphere.
It has, yeah.
The girls are pretty good.
Yeah, I like coming to work, except sometimes those customers can be a bit tricky. But it's not nice when they're mean or they steal something. But
what do you do? I mean, we're a charity and it's going to happen. So
I think it's not just a charity. I think it's everywhere that people in need just do.
I think maybe it's easier to steal from us because we don't have policies.
Well, I think probably they think too that, you guys got given this stuff so it won't hurt you if I take it, because you never paid for it anyway.
Well, that's true.
But they don't think about that. It must cost something to run the shop, and we're actually trying to help other people by making a profit. But anyway,
that's beside.
But that's what I think you and the shop does well.
Oh, thank you. Do you think there's anything we could do better?
As far as the shop goes?
Yeah.
That's hard.
Do you think?
I just think like that thing with the cash register, I just think sometimes we're not very modern about how we, I sort of go into places in the plaza where there's nice ladies wear shops where I would maybe like to work in the future, and I see the really nice racks they've got and the really good lighting and even just coming back to the cash register, I don't want to harp on that, but theirs is the all singing, all dancing, seems to do it all. They just scan it and I think, wow, I know how to operate ours, but it's sort of quite a long way back.
Yeah.
I suppose that's something we could do better, but
maybe that's where
I don't know,
because they're all computerised registers at all these other shops, and that could be a disadvantage for. Actually,
I thought about that if we, I don't know how you do it for all of Lifeline, but just say it was just our shop, if we could have some sort of scanning something that put all our stock into a computer, then when it went out in the register, it took it out again. We'd actually know what sells.
Yeah.
you know, and we'd also know how much gets stolen.
Yeah.
I don't think we all...
You couldn't stock take, so you can't stock take, and that's the problem. So we don't know.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm saying, the
Yeah.
stock take system. Yeah, you're right, that's the word I was looking for.
Because like you said to me earlier, the only thing we stock take is our GST.
And, you know, if you think about just... I'm just thinking about Brown's Plain Shop now, but, you know, you tell us right from day one that your goal is to skill us up so we'll go and get a job somewhere else and leave you. You could get some person who's got some IT skills who wants to get a job in, I don't know, retail or something, to come in and build that.
Could do too.
Because
everyone that
who
comes-
knows what it'll cost.
Oh.
That's a bit pie in the sky probably, but yeah, it's just
Maybe
that
it's-
stuff that I look at the other shops where I would like to work and think that's stuff that Lifeline doesn't have and I can't learn there.
Yeah, this is it. I think this is where we need to talk to management about it. You know, whether or not they're willing to invest the money into it to do it.
Yeah, and I suppose sort of it's... I understand that Lifeline's here to make money to help people in distress. I get that. But sort of the employees, the volunteers are people in distress too.
Yeah.
And maybe some of that could be invested in upskilling us a bit faster.
Yeah. Would you, if Lifeline were to offer you...
That sounds really selfish, doesn't
No, it doesn't. If we were to say offer you to bring in a trainer to do maybe a certificate in retail,
Now that would be good.
would
That
you
would
be
be
interested?
really, really good, because that would be something that means something.
Yeah.
It's something that employers would know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So
some of my friends who are working in like real businesses, they get to do that stuff.
Yeah. So I think Lifeline needs to look at upskilling now.
Yeah, I wonder if the government would pay for that so that we could do some...
I think so.
Could you be our trainer?
Couldn't see why not, but I don't have the qualification.
Oh.
See, I'd say you'd have to have qualifications.
It would be nice to have a piece of paper and the latest stuff to work on, but...
Maybe I could discuss, that's something else I could discuss and just see if they're willing to bring in a in some organisation that gives you girls a certificate in retail, and then that'd be upskilling you, and then...
That'd be really good, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So I think we'll definitely discuss that with Kathy. That was a very good point. Thank you. Okay. So on your current performance, you think you performed against your goals really well? Nothing.
Well,
I
thought I had, but obviously not quite right on the register yet, and
that's okay.
I think we've sort of agreed that that's a bit of a two-way street there, and that's okay. I can cop it that I'm not doing it right, and I'm really happy to contribute to fixing it for everybody. But I think I'm doing all right.
I think so too. I'm like I said, I'm exceptionally happy, and I'm enjoying this one-on-one discussion.
Good.
That way we can nut things out, and then we can work on it together. So we've already discussed any additional resources that you think you might need, or we thought about maybe bringing in doing a Cert 3 or whatever in retail.
Yeah, I think it's stuff that's outside the shop at the moment. Yeah, that's not available in the shop at the moment.
But I'm pretty sure we can. Is there anything that really frustrates you? I need to know, like anything that. I mean, please feel free and open. This won't go any further. Like in other people that you work with that annoy you.
Sometimes the customers frustrate me, but that's just how it is.
But that's retail in general.
Yeah, I know. I think sometimes I might get a little bit frustrated with people, the other staff, who sometimes they're a bit rude. sometimes they're not very respectful to people, and you know, I understand the customer isn't always right, but you know, yeah, it just, anyway, you've seen that before,
yeah.
I'm sure. I don't want to criticise people, but you asked.
I do have it. No, thank you, and I think I do know who you're talking about. Do you think that we, as an organisation, do we actually follow our code of conduct and our diversity, and do we actually treat
diversity? Probably, yeah, because we've got that little girl who's obviously a little bit slow.
Yeah. What about our customers that come from other nationalities?
Well, we don't have any of those working with us, if that's what you're saying.
No, but how do you find the other employees? I've noticed a couple of things that I thought, seeing we're having this discussion, I'd like to get your point of view. Do you find that other staff members do not treat people from other countries
I
with
think
respect?
Sometimes they think they're not quite as good as us. And that's pretty sad, really.
It is, isn't it? Considering that we're working.
I think, though, that for some of our staff, they haven't been anywhere. They haven't been overseas or anything. Like, if you go into, say, England or something, there's people from every nationality and everything, and a lot of those people are bosses, and you very soon become aware that everybody's really equal.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I suppose too that's, you know, they're all learning too.
Yeah, some of them, and I think some of them should know better. But
yeah.
we're not mentioning any names in this conversation.
But you said, do we live up to our code of ethics?
I know.
I think sometimes I really would like to help the customers a bit more, maybe give a discount or be able to tell you their story and know that you can give a bit more, but sometimes it feels like the budget is so important that we can't do that.
I think that's the problem. We focus too much on that budget, and we're losing our compassion for other people.
Yeah, that's probably a better way to put it, but yeah.
Yeah, I think we're becoming the Lifeline's lost their true.
Yeah, because sometimes I have customers say, oh, you guys are much more expensive than other places.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've heard Kathy explain that. I understand why you need to make profit, and just sometimes a bit uncomfortable when people really are in need.
But then again, I think sometimes the price on the clothing's a bit high. When you can go to
That's really what I meant.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, it's up to my discretion. I think if I think it's too dear, I'll knock it, you know.
Oh, okay, so you've got some discretion in that.
Yeah. You know, you can't. I mean, I agree. I mean, you're not going to...
I think I got your message.
Yeah, well...
I don't think I'll say any more about that.
No, I think we both might get ourselves into... do you think...
Was there really anything more?
No, I don't think so, Leslie. I think we've done exceptionally
It would be really good for me if in the next period, whatever it is you've got, I think it's 6 months.
6 months, yeah.
If you could just find out about that certificate, that would
Yeah,
be really
I will.
nice. I mean, what would be, this is a very cheeky request, but if you could maybe find one of the shops in the plaza who would let me come in and
Do some
observe or something, that would be really nice. Or even ask if they've got some training stuff that I could watch about how they do stuff.
Yeah.
That'd be really helpful.
Well, what if we could also go online and see what's offered on, you know, I'm sure there'd be training packages online that maybe we could do as a shop.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure we can do that.
We'll wrap it up now.
I think so. Thank you. Thank you for your time, Leslie. And like I said, it's a pleasure having you as one of my staff
And
members.
you'll write that all down.
I'll write it all down and I'll give
Just
you a
I didn't
copy.
make any notes.
No, I'll write it all down and I'll give you a copy, and then in 6 months' time we'll review it.
Terrific.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.